Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Design, and I'm your boy Lulua Mark. We are continuing with our project. We did the bungalow that we started from the previous video, and this is the final facade that we shall achieve as promised. And this is where we left our project. We managed to put all the walls, the dimensions of the walls, and we were only left with creating a floor, ground floor, and also furnishing these rooms. And if you come to the 3D, this is what we have. Really bare structure that has not much to talk about, but of course we are continuing from here. Now, not to waste a lot of time, we are going to create a floor for this house. So for you to create a floor, you come to your architecture, you go to floor, floor is here, and you select on this drop down, you click the floor architecture, and from here you are supposed to edit type. As always, you edit type, you come and duplicate, and then you can name it anything you want. So I'll rename mine floor, let's say ground floor, like that. Then I will edit. You have to edit from here, this button. Then you will see this. I don't know if you have so many things other than these that you can see on my screen. I have a core boundary structure, core boundary, but I'm only interested in this structure because the core boundaries are just you can't edit them. They will always be there, and you can't delete them. But the structure, you can customize it to whatever thing you want. And if you have more things other than this, you may delete them by just clicking on them like this. Then you come to this delete button. It will delete them so that you can only remain with one component that you can edit. That is the structure. So we are going to start with the thickness. This time I want the thickness to be 150 millimeters. And then the material has to be, let's go and create the material. You click here where the material is, click on this button, and from here you can, this is the material browser. You have to click on this round icon that has a plus in it. Click there, you say create a new material. From here you can rename it to the ground floor. I just want to go with the same name I gave there. So for the graphics, I think I'll just ignore this. I don't need to do much about it. And then let's look for the appearance. We're going to open the asset browser. You know, we always get the asset browser by clicking on this button or this icon here. You click there, it will open this, and here we can look for floor tiles. I will just search for tiles and it will give us all sorts of tiles. Here we can see there's concrete flooring, so we shall go with this flooring type. Let's look for carpet. There's also stone. Let me look at these stones. There are these stones. So I will go with this second option. You just close here. You come to this apply button. You click on it. Then you click OK here. Really, this is what we want to achieve, and from here you can just click OK. Remember, the thickness is here, the material and the functionality. So you just click OK. Then from here I will apply. I'll click OK. Now we are ready to draw our flow. I'll come to this pick line. This is the method we are going to use. I'll click on pick line. Then for me, I will pick the exterior sides of the walls, just like that. Once I'm done, I come to my trim and extend this to that. You make sure no line is overlapping because Revit cannot accept overlapping lines. So if you're sure that you have trimmed and extended them well and it's a complete loop, you can now click this check button, the check tick, and it will give you something like that. Here you cannot see it, but when you come to your 3D, you will be able to see the floor here. You see that? That is our floor, and even if we turn like this, you'll see the floor right inside the house. Now the house is becoming a house. We can now proceed and put our openings for this house, because the house for now doesn't have any openings. By openings I mean windows, doors. So let's go ahead and put our openings. So if you want to put a door, you come to architecture, you find this door, you click on it. When you drop down this, you will see all sorts of doors here, but these are just generic doors provided by Revit. If you just want to use these ones, for now I guess we shall just use them, because I know you don't have access to the library. But if you have the library that you can get from websites like Beam Objects, Revit library, then there's Beam Share, then we have 3D Warehouse. If you have access to those, you can download these things. Then once you have downloaded, after selecting the door, you come to this load family. You click on the load family. It will take you to the library where you have your doors. Then you can select the door you want. For me, I can decide to go with let me see door. I can go with this. There's a door here. This is a dot. There's this door. So I will just click on this, and then I'll click on open. It will load this into our project. We can use it. So let's wait for it to load. Now it's here loading. These objects are a little bit heavy, so it has loaded here. You can see when you are placing a door, it can only detect a wall. When you are putting it outside, it will make your cursor inactive, but when you click on any wall, it will be able to show that this is a wall and you can place your door there. So when I click here, it will place my door here. Then when I come to the 3D, I should be able to see my door just like that. But if you don't have a library, as I said before, you can simply use these doors that come from the Revit software. So now this door, when you click on it, there are things in the properties that you may want to change. For example, the head height. The head height you might want to change. Then I think basically you can also customize the width, the height, all those things. For me, I want my head height to be at 2.5 sub. So I'll come to this edit type. After selecting the door, I'll say edit type. From here you can see the width, balcony door, you can see the height, you can see height SAS, all these things. Now if I want my, let me first close this and scroll this one here so that we can see, and then I'll click on that head type. Now if you want this head height to be 2.5, you come to the height, which is this one. You will realize when you look at the height here, it is showing 2.550, but this side the head height is 2.460. That means if we say this height will be 2.5, let's see what we get. If we apply and we say OK, it will jump by 10 millimeters. It will be 2.5 10 millimeters, but we want it to be 2.5 sub. So we shall still edit type, then we shall give it 2.490 millimeters here. When we apply and we say OK, you see now our head height is at 2.5. And why are we doing this? We want the head height, we want to set the head height so that all the openings that we are going to have for this house will have the head height of 2.5, whether window, whether interior doors, all the openings should have that same head height, because that is where the beam starts from. That's where the beam is casted, and you can't have the head height overlapping. So now we have placed our main door, which this is the entrance door to the house. Now we can place other doors. For example, now the exterior doors. Now for the exterior doors, we shall still go to architecture, then we click on door. If you still want to use these doors that Revit has given you, you can go ahead and use them. I'll continue to load mine from this load family. Then I'll choose the doors that I have already downloaded from Beam Objects. So I'll click on any of these doors, especially this. I'll just say OK. Then I wait for them to load. Actually, these doors you can also model them. So from here I can just place my doors like that, like this. Then let me see, where else do we need a door? I can place another one here. I can place another one here. I'll place another one here. I'll place another one there. So when I escape and escape, I feel we have already finished placing our doors, but we need to now control the measurements. Because if you look at our doors, they are occupying a lot of space. They seem to be big compared to the space that we have. For example, if I click on this door, I come to edit type, you will see that first of all the width is 1.4, but these are interior doors. We don't want them to be a lot, so I'll just put my width at 900. My width will be 900 and my height will be 2.5. Remember our head height, so all the heights have to be at that height that we have given as the head height. So when I click OK and the OK, let me see error cards here. Let me see why. Let me finish up. Well, it has worked. I don't know where the error was coming from. Now you can see the head height is 2.5 and all the doors have been customized. Now we need to flip these doors. You just use this icon to flip it inside. It will flip like that. You can flip it like this for it to come to this side. So here we shall take it 100 millimeters closer to the wall. This one we shall also take it 100 millimeters to the wall. And then this one we shall do the same 100. From this we need to first flip it like that. Then I'll click on it 100 millimeters to the wall. Then this one here, this we need to flip this like that. Then this one we can change this to 100 millimeters, just like that. And the same applies to this 100 millimeters like that. Then this one we can also bring it here. We can make it 100 millimeters this side. So just like that, you realize we have finished placing our doors. And if you come to the 3D and you peep a little bit inside, you see the kind of doors we have there. These are wooden doors. I use them for the interior rooms because I don't need a lot of glass openings inside except for the exterior door. So you can see that, you can see our doors are looking really nice inside there, and all their head heights are the same. They are the same head height with this exterior door, which is at 2.5. So you make sure you save your work before you lose it. Of course, we are going to now windows. We need to place our windows. So if you want to place a window, you still come to architecture, you look for window, you click on the window, and the Revit will also give you some windows here. At least for the windows, Revit has so many options, but still I don't like these Revit files, so I prefer to download mine from the website that I mentioned before: Beam Objects, Beam Share, Revit Library, 3D Warehouse, all those ones. Then I can just now simply load family, and when I come here I'll be able to see the windows they have for me. Now if I click on this and I just say open, it will load it into my project, and I should be able to use it immediately once it has loaded. So it's loading. Let me wait for it to load. It has loaded here. Now I can place these windows. I can place one here and just place that. Then I can just come and place this one here. You see, it will always show you the center of the what? The center of the house. I mean the wall where you are placing the window. So you can keep placing your windows like that. Like that, every room should have a window. I know I've skipped some rooms, but I'll explain to you why I did so. So this side we also need to have windows, I guess so. Windows here like that, then even here like that. So now you realize I skipped this washroom. I also skipped this washroom. By the way, we forgot to create a washroom for our master bedroom, which is supposed to be here. But maybe we can do that if I think we can do that. Let me just click on one wall. I'll come to create similar. I'll create a wall here, just like that. Then I'll create another one here, just like that. Then of course it will warn me because it is touching the window. So I'll push the window a little bit. I'll come to this. I can do my align dimension with the align dimension tool. I make sure this room can work. So this side here, I think I'll take it to 1.2, maybe 1.2. So I'll remove this window because it's really sitting at a very wrong place. So this is my washroom for the master bedroom. So I'll come to this. I'll say pick new host. Not really pick new host. I'll click on this door. I'll say create similar. Then I'll put it here. Maybe even this side. I'll put it here for the master washroom. I'll reorganize it maybe later. I can put there. Then I click on this and turn that to 100. Like that. Now the master washroom has its bedroom. I mean its washroom. The master bedroom has its washroom inside. Then this washroom will be accessed by this bedroom, which is most likely to be for the kids. Then this is the maid's room. The washroom is here, and it is the common washroom where everyone will go. Then of course we need the door to escape away from the kitchen. So I'll also pick this. I'll say create similar. Then we can place another door anywhere, maybe probably here or here. Let me just place it where this main door is facing, like that. Then of course, being an exterior door, it has to open from the outside. So I'll click like this. It will now open from the outside so that it is an exterior door. So this door has to arrange with that one there. Let me first see this. I'll align this. I'll click on this door. I'll come to the align tool. I'll click on this part of the exterior door that is for the kitchen escape. I'll align it with this one so that they are perfectly aligned. So you can have a straight line like this going out from one point to the other. Now we have placed our windows. When you come to the 3D, that's what you'll see. You'll see these windows, these big windows. For now, we have just placed big windows. However, these windows, when I click on one and I come to see the head height is not where it is supposed to be. So now I will highlight all the windows, or I will select all the windows. From the 3D, I'll just right click on one. I'll come to select all instances and you choose visible in view, or you can even say entire project. Of course, we only have this ground floor, so it's possible that we can select all the windows in the entire project. So we shall change the head height to 2.5. Remember, that is our head height. When I click apply here, it will go to 2.5. Now they are perfectly aligned with the head height of the doors. That means our beam will sit perfectly on all these openings. So now we have created the major windows. We are left with the minor ones. They are not minor in terms of their functionality, but in terms of their sizes, they are going to be small windows. For that matter, we are going back to architecture. We are looking for windows. If you can still use these ones from Revit, you can. But if you have your library, you come to load family, then you look for slit windows. So I'm going to go for these ones. I'll open one into the project, and this one has refused. That means we'll go and pick another one, architecture window, select window. Since this one has refused, let's select window, load family. So we need to look for another window again. I hope this one will work this time. Let me open it into the project. So let's wait for it to load. Yeah, this one has accepted and it is the size we need. So I'll just click on this washroom window. Then I'll click here in this corridor. Then I'll click here in this washroom. Let me align it perfectly like that. Then also here, this washroom like that. I guess we are done with the windows. Now we need to make sure their head height is 2.5. When you come to the 3D, you see these are the windows that we have just picked. And when I click on one, then I right click, I say select all instances in the entire project. Because we only have few of them, I'll change the head height to 2.5, just like that, so that they are perfectly aligned with the head height of all our openings. So you can see those windows, they are looking nice. These are in the washrooms. They're in the washrooms. You see here, they're looking pretty nice. So our openings are done. We are done with the opening. We don't need any more openings, I guess. We really don't need any more. We have put our doors, windows. What we are left with is now placing components. Let me delete these align dimensions so that we have space to operate inside here, so that you don't see a contested floor plan. And delete this. So we are going to start placing our components or furnishing our rooms, because we don't want to leave them like this. So it's a standard procedure when you're designing. After finishing your floor plan, you can furnish the rooms to understand if they are functional. Because if you can't furnish them, you may not know whether they are functional. So what are we going to start with? Let's start with the sitting room or living room. So we shall come to architecture. We want to get cots, or you can say chairs, or sitting chairs, or whatever thing you're going to use to sit in the living room. So we need to look for that. For that matter, it's always a little bit of work to go and look for these things in the Revit library. I'll go to my browser. I'll open my Revit library like this. I make sure I first open it. And then I'll come and search for what I want. So I can search for seat, because I have so many folders in this library. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to look for these things. So when it brings for me sheets, I can open the first one like this. I open file location, folder location, open it. Then I look at the sheets they have here. They have these sheets, but I don't see the kind of sheet I'm looking for. And then I think I can go back. I have to go back. Let me just go back and back and back. Let me look for sheets again. This time I'll choose the second option, I guess. Choose the second option, open file location, setting. They still have these kinds, but I'll just go with this one here. Now, if you want to load this project or this component directly into the project without going to load it from the load family in Revit, you can just double click on it. It will show you this. You click on this upgrade model, it will load it into your project. This is an easier way because it allows you to load it directly from your browser, so you can easily go and look for it by searching. Once we are here, it will open your component. Then you come to click on this this icon or this button that says load into project. You click on it, it will load it into project. Now you can place it anywhere you want. So I can place one here like that. Then I can change the orientation of another one like that. If you want to change the orientation, you just click on the space bar on the keyboard. Now I can click on this. I'll come to the align. I'll align it perfectly with this, just like that. Now we have this. When we come to the 3D and you try to fit inside this house, that's what you'll see. You see that? That's what you will see in the house. That's where people are going to sit and enjoy their life. Now when I come back, I want to place, I'm still placing chairs, of course. So we are going back to our browser. Then I'm going to look for dining set. And I'm seeing another better course here. Let me open it instead of the one we use. I'm seeing it looks better than what we have. So I'll just load it into project, and the project is that first one they have selected for us. So I'll come and place it here. However, it is being placed with all the components. For now, let me first delete, and from here I need to remove this box that it has come with. I delete that, then I load it into project, load it like that. I'll say override will come. I can't see it. I don't know where it has gone, but it is here. Oh God. Let me go to the 3D and see what we have. In the 3D you can see it, but in the floor plan it is nowhere to be seen. I don't understand why. Let me see one floor. So for now, I guess I'll have to use what we can really see, because this one here, if we can't see it, then it will be a problem. It will, however, in the 3D you can see it, but outside here you cannot see it. So if you want to go back, you just click on Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, or you can use this button, this one, undo. This undo here, you can use it. So I'll come to my browser, then I'm going to look for, since we can already see our kitchen, it's better we first pick it before going to struggle looking for other things again. So I'll just double click on this kitchen layout. I'll upgrade model, then it will load it into our Revit project. Wait for it to load. It has loaded here. When I say load it into project and the project is here, I'll say OK. When it comes, I can just now place the kitchen layout here, just like that, Then I'll escape, and escape. Now this is the kitchen layout. However, it has taken a lot of space. You can edit this actually. Then first close this off. Then this, let me also close it. Then now this is the kitchen layout. If you want to change something here, you can select all of this, because that's what I want to really change. Then I will take it closer. I want to take it closer to what? I want to take it closer to this side. I'll use my, let me see what we have. Let me see. You can use your arrow key, but I'm seeing it is only moving in one direction. Let me first select this down one. Sorry about that. Control Z. This. Let me try and squeeze it to also, it only goes towards one direction. So now some of these components, they can't be moved in certain directions, and it makes it really hard to customize them according to your fittings. But if you can't customize it, then you can just look for another one that can fit in your space. This one has taken a lot of our space, so I guess we don't need it. We shall simply delete it. Then I will pick another one. I'll come to my library. There's another one here. I'll double click and upgrade model. I'll wait for it to load. Then let's wait a little bit. It is loading to our project. So it is here. What I'll do, I'll just click on load into project. It will ask for the project. So it is here. And this one can only be placed if it has also detected a wall. So I'll place it here, just like that. I'll try to escape and escape. I'm seeing something was appearing a little bit outside here. So I can close these ones, these excess displays. I'll even close this one. Then when you come to the 3D, you'll see your kitchen layout here. See that? That is our kitchen. However, I realized something. For the kitchen, we might not need that type of window, because first of all, the kitchen has blocked the window, and you can't see outside. And then let's see how we can proceed, how we can place this window. I'll try and let me see if I can be able to, let me edit this. We selected this kitchen layout. Let's edit type and see if we can edit something. I'm seeing the height is here 7.620. Let's try and reduce it and see what they'll give us. Let's say the height should be 500. Click apply and OK. It doesn't look to have affected anything. So the only option we are left with is to change the type of window we are using there. So for that case, we may look for a window that is oriented in a horizontal manner, or we can change this window to be in a horizontal manner. So I can just come here, I'll delete this window, then I'll pick this smaller window. I'll say create similar, I'll place it here just like that. Then escape. You come to the window, you edit type, you duplicate. I'll say kitchen window because I don't want to disorganize the rest. So from here we are going to change the width. The width will be a lot, let's say 2 meters. Then the height will be very small. Let's say the height will be 400. Then when we apply and we click OK, let's go to the 3D and see what we have. It is here. Now I can come to my head height. I want the head height to be 2.5 like that. So the window is there. Let's see from the 3D what we have inside. It's this side. So this window will basically now be for air circulation. It will not be for seeing things outside. But I still want to increase the width plus the height. So after selecting it, I'll edit type. I'll say I want the height to be 600 and then the width to be 2.6. I want something really long and wide. So something like that. Then I can take it this side so that it balances the room. So something like that. When we come to the 3D, of course, I'm sure the head height has changed. So we bring it back to 2.5. You should not forget that always. It should always be in your mind to make sure the head height. So we have that window. You can see it also gives another unique look to this side. This one is basically for air circulation because we can't have this side without a window. And it is one thing that you can also make in your design to make your house look nice. Sometimes you need this kind of windows that are horizontal and really wide. So yeah, I think we have done the living room. The living room is left with just TV. Let's first look for a TV set. There's one here, there's another one here. Let me just pick this. I'll double click on this. I'll upgrade model. Then I wait for it to load. From here I'll just click on load into project. Then I'll place the TV here. It seems to be a very big TV screen because it is occupying a lot of space, but we don't want it to over occupy space like this. I'll come to the view. So I'll try to disorganize some things here. So let's say we're picking all this. Let me edit this. Like select this one. Let's see if it can move. Yeah, this one can move. However, it moves the other one. I think I'll just delete this. I don't need these big speakers. Delete this one. I'll delete this one. This component. This one. Let me load it back into project and override and see what we shall get now. It's much better. I hope you understood what we did there. I basically edited this component. There are components that you can edit. There are those you can't edit. So I'm trying to change you know, these chairs were sitting so close to the wall, so I have to shift their position so that there can be space here for people to watch the TV. So something like that. When you come to the 3D and we fit inside our house, try to do that. So this is how it is now. This is how it is, and this is how our living room or our sitting room is going to be like. And I'm seeing here we already blocking this entrance here. However, I think people can still pass here without any problem. So I'll try and push this this side, so that there's a lot of gap here for people to move. So this is how you organize your room, so that movements functionality is really key. So we go back to the browser. This time I'm looking for now kitchen. Let's say, I mean dining, not kitchen really. I'm looking for dining set. I'm seeing one. I'm seeing this one. So I'll just double click on this. I'll upgrade model. I'll allow it to load into Revit, and you can see this is where we're going to eat our food. Then I'll come to load project. I'll load it and I'll come and place it here, just like that. Let me escape. You realize it only has 4 chairs. Let's see how many people are here. There's the master bedroom, the kids, and the maid, plus visitors. You might realize we shall have more than 4 people eating here. So if you want to increase the number of chairs here, you can click on this. You come to this drop down. You can select this 6-seater. Just like this, it will place for you 2 more seats. At least now you have 6 people coming to sit here. So I believe we are done with this side. Let's check our 3D and see how the arrangement is inside. Now you see that we have this kitchen, then where people are going to eat, and then where people are going to watch TV. This is an open concept where everything is open. Otherwise, you could also have a door here. I mean, some wall partitioning this part, so that the dining and the kitchen are a little bit hidden from the living room or the sitting room. But for me, I think I like it this way. Or we can still try and incorporate that. If you want to do that, maybe you can just come to one wall, click on it to create similar. Then I can create something like here, just like this. Let me see. I can choose to create a partition wall here like that. Let me see if it is perfectly aligned with this wall, and align this. Yeah, they are well aligned. Now the distance from here to here should be enough for people to move. So I'll click on this wall. I'll make this distance 900, like that. Then of course the distance here is already enough, as you can see here. Then the distance here to here will also be enough for people to move. Then from the kitchen, so where these guys are going to sit, all these things matter. You need to consider them, because you want to have a functional place or space. So if I put here 800, people can move here. Yes, then I'll come and align this with that, just like that. So now you can see how I'm organizing my spaces. This is how you are supposed to organize your spaces, and everything has to align. Then now when you look inside, you'll see that our dining is now a little bit hidden from the living room, and the dining is now close to the kitchen. The dining and the kitchen have been enclosed together, and the living room is sitting also on its own. However, people can still move to these bedrooms from here. From dining or kitchen, you can move like this. From here, you can still pass here like this. And then I think we're just now left with the bedrooms. We're left with the bedrooms. So for the bedrooms, we are going to look for beds. Let's look for bed. So there are some beds here. I'm going to right click, and then I'll open file location. I'll use my Ctrl Shift 2 to make them appear like this. I'm seeing some nice coaches here now appearing after we have struggled to look for coats or sitting. So there's a bed here. This looks to be like a master bed. I'll double click on it. I'll upgrade model. I'll wait for it to load into project and see what we shall get. Now it is here. I think this is a good one. I'll load it into project just like that, and I'll put it here. This is a very small bed. It's not really a master bedroom. So I'll just place this one in I'll say pick new host. I'll click on it, pick new host. No. Anyway, I'll click on it, create similar. I'll place it here and then I'll place it here. Something like that. And then of course I'll change the orientation of this because I can't have the head facing the door, I mean the window. So something like that. And then I'll also change the orientation. I remember telling you if you want to change the orientation, you use your space bar on the keyboard. I'm going to edit the size of this bed. I'll click on it. I'll come to edit type. Let me see the model is here. The width. This width is not enough. I'm going to put let's say 1.5. Then the length, let's say 2 meters, something like that. The height, I'll not touch it. So we have this kind of bed. See that? This one looks now a little bit better. I'm going to align this with that one like that. So that's how we have placed our bed. This one has to move a little bit behind, just like that. Then now we need one bed. This one I'm going to delete it. We need the bigger bed for this master bedroom. Make sure you always save your project. I'll come to architecture, component, place a component, I'll load. I remember we are getting this direct from our browser. So just like this, we shall go and look for another bed, which should be a bigger bed. This time we need a bigger bed. So we shall look for bed still. Let me see. Do we have bigger beds? Yeah, I'm seeing some here. I'll open this file location. It is here. This one looks like a master bed. So I'll just double click on it. I'll upgrade model and wait for it to load into our project, and it is here. Yeah, this one is now good for the master space. We shall load it into project, and of course that is the project we are dealing with. I'll click OK. So it is here. I'll place it here. I'll change the orientation. Click on it. I'll change the orientation just like that. I guess I should make it to face down this side. Then of course I feel I need it bigger than this. Let me first edit type and see what the width is. This width is not enough. I'm going to even give it 2 by 2, I guess, something like that. Apply. So yeah, now we have something like that. Okay, bring it here. So that is our master bed. The size has to be different from the beds for these other rooms because it is for the master. He has to sleep in a better bed. So we have put our beds. We now need to do our storage. We need storage for all the spaces. Basically the bedrooms. We shall just do storage for the bedrooms. So I'll come here. I'm going to look for storage. Let me first search if we have some here. I don't see any here. I really don't see any here. Storage. So I'll come back, then I'll look for storage. Something like that. And then we shall open this file location and the storage here. Now we have these locals here. I think I can pick any of these. I'll pick this. I'll just double click on it. Upgrade model. I'll wait for it to load into our project and see. We have it here. And then I'll just click load into project. Allow it to load. But I don't like the how it has been built. Let me try another one else. Let me try another one. Which one can we try again? Let's try this one here. I'll just double click, upgrade model, then load into project, that one there. So this one, I think I like it, the way it has been built. So I'll put one here. Let me see if it can be edited. So I'll edit type. The height is okay. Then the depth, then the width. Let me try and change the width to, let's say 2. Apply. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I want. So I'll align it to the wall. I'll click on align. I'll click this part and that part so that it can align. Then I'll try to, I want to bring it up to this part. I want this wall to be the one to close that part there. So I'll click on it again. Let me see the distance from here to this wall is like 300. So I'll click on it. I'll edit type. I'll say the width will be 2.3. Apply. Okay. Then it has moved a little bit outside. So I'll click on this align. Align it just like that. It comes here. I'm going to create a smaller a wall that is not like, it will not go all the way to the ceiling. It will just be a partition wall inside this room. So when I click on this wall, I say create similar. I'll create this wall here just like that. Then I'll click on it. The height, I can just say I want the height to be 1.5, maybe something like that. Then of course I will now bring it to this part of the house, something like that. When we come to the 3D, you go to the master bedroom. You can see where is our master bedroom. The wall is here. However, I want it to cover this part. So this one is sitting at the height is 2.1. So this wall, I can put the height at 2.2, like that, so that it hides our closet, and it is also giving us privacy from the door. So if someone opens this door, they will see this wardrobe, and of course this wall first of all block them from seeing the closet. So this, I think, will do it for this master bedroom. You can do the same for the rest of the rooms. So I'll click here. I'll say create similar. I'm duplicating the closet. I'll bring it this side here, just like that. Or maybe this one I can place it here. Yeah, that one I'm going to place it here. I'll delete this. However, for these smaller rooms, I'm going to edit type. I'll duplicate. I'll say smaller closet, something like this. So the width this time will not be as much as for the master. The width I can say 1.8 maybe. Then I'll apply OK. So I'll come to align. I'll align this to this so that we can have this. Then I'll come and click on this partition wall. I'll say create similar. I'll go to this part. I'll create the wall here again for this room. Then of course I will come to my align tool. I will align this wall to that part of the closet. So that's like that. We also have our closet for this room, and it is giving us first of all privacy from the door and also storage at the same time. See, we have enough space even here to do other things. So we shall do the same for this room. You select the closet, you say create similar, you can bring it and then you change the orientation with the space bar, put it there, just like that. I'll pick this wall, I'll say create similar, I'll also create this wall here, just like that. Then I'll come to my align, I'll bring this wall to the other wall, then I'll align this wardrobe to this wall, just like that. Then this one has to align to this so that it is sitting perfectly, just like that. Then this one I'll also align it, come to align here, make sure they are perfectly aligned. This one is going to align with this. So this is how you can furnish your room. Align this to that. Then of course this one to this. See that? This is how you furnish your rooms. You see how my rooms are becoming so much organized. This is how you organize your rooms, and you make sure everything is sitting where it is supposed to be. So this one will have to now go a little bit down. This bed here will go a little bit down because the head is so close to the closet. So just like that. Just like that. So we are simply left with the washrooms. We are left with the washrooms. So for the washrooms, I'll come to my browser. I'm going to look for toilet. I'll search for toilet, just like that. Then it will give us all these options. Which one can we use? Which one can we use? Of course, there are so many types, and these ones are all the same. So I just have to now pick a random one. Maybe I'll just choose this. I'll double click on it. I'll upgrade model. Then it will load into our project. I'll load it into project, and that is the project we are working on. So I'll place one here. I'll place another one here. I'll place another one here, just like that. Here, and there. Of course, we need sink. Let's come to look for sink. Can say water closet. When we open here, then we try and see. We have this. I'm seeing the toilets only. Maybe we need to look for sink as in sink. So sink. Now we have some of them here. Let me first open basin and sinks. Open file location. I'm seeing so many types here. Which one can we pick? Which one can we use? I think I'll go with this. I'll double click on it. I'll upgrade model. We have it here. When I load it into project, and the project is that one, then I can bring it to our washrooms, just like that. In all the washrooms, like this. Then I'll also, I think, put one in the dining, I guess. And I need to put one in the dining. I don't know where I should put it. Since the dining has the kitchen here, I believe they'll be able to use, can they? But we need I think for dining we shall still need. Then these toilet doors, I still think they are too big. They are too big, and sometimes you see the way this door is opening, it will close this part here. But you can get, the only advice I can give you, you can even use sliding doors for these smaller rooms, so that they don't over stress your space. So now we are left with, I think, only this room, which is supposed to be the laundry. So let's look for dryers and washing machine. So I'll look for washing machine from here. Washing. Then look for washing machine. We have one here. I'll just load it into project by upgrading the model. I'll come and load it into project. I'll click OK. Then I'll put it here, just like that. All these things I'm going to close them. They're making my library workspace look disorganized. Don't need all of them. So this is our washing machine. I can even place it like that. Then we also need a dryer. Let's look for it. I hope we shall get that one. Library, dry. Look for drying machine. Stock washer and dryer. Let me open this and see. Open file location. Yeah, now we have them here. There's dishwasher, kitchen unit, stock washer and dryer. Let me just load it. Upgrade model. Let's load it into project. Then place it here. I'll change the orientation just like that. Like that. So yeah, we have finished furnishing our rooms. We have placed chairs, dining, kitchen, bedding, closet, and the toilet components. So we are basically done with the components and furnishing these rooms. The next time we come, we should be able to now start our roofing. We shall do our roofing, and then yes, we can now start facading this house, and we should be able to achieve this, which is our target at the end of the day. And that's where we shall stop for now. See you in the next part of this project. Thank you.